A Career Change Guide. Chapter 1. Career Change by Desire or Necessity. Career Change Guide 1. Approach long-lost contacts through LinkedIn, a networking website for professionals. Don't put on a front and make it seem like everything is good. Reach out to old friends for help. Send your resume to targeted job sites and recruiting firms. Learn the art of selling yourself without selling your soul. Tahi-Iswa-Eastway is a personal website with your work on it. Leave your resume with a specialty temp agency. You can get a temp job and prove yourself. Companies don't want to hire overqualified people. Target your search to every resume you send. While you got a job, look around for your next job. The world is changing so fast that many industries and jobs are obsolete for two reasons. 1. They are really obsolete because the world has moved on, like shoemakers and typewriter stores. Assembly lines are being replaced by robots. 2. NAFTA and other free trade agreements have trashed industry in the Western countries because the multinational corporations get most stuff made by peasants on the cheap in peasant nations. Look at Apple. The saddest story I heard was about a guy about my age who lost his job, then couldn't sell his house, so it was foreclosed on. He went to college to retrain for some allied health profession. Who has that kind of courage, to start all over again at 55 as opposed to doing something like suicide or giving up? I watch YouTube videos about the Illuminati. They say it's all part of a plan to trash the United States and turn arrogant Westerners into a bunch of peasants. It's a huge tragedy. You would never know it by watching mainstream TV. They pretend there is no tragedy. Everything is cute and sanitized. The desperation of life is hidden. It doesn't matter what job you do, most fields can be wiped out quickly. I've seen architects and realtors get wiped out by computers and the internet. Everybody says, follow your heart. Find some emerging or steady field that will be there no matter what. People always need to eat. Change always brings fear, but you can deal with it by being adventurous and going one day at a time. If you see that your current job or career might die, start looking for something else now by getting educated for it. In life, you always have two choices. Keep going. Stop, do nothing. Save money to have a safety net. Simplify your life now to live as cheaply as possible. What is your true nature? What do naturally like you do? What naturally inspires you? Test the waters by finding job videos on YouTube, Vimeo, Hulu, etc. Do job shadowing or an internship if you can. A transferable skill is to find careers related to what you already do or know. What exactly do you want? Take courses in a field you're interested in. It's easy online or through a community college. Your library probably has a booklet around for continuing studies that the local universities and other schools offer if you live in a fair-sized town. You might even get your own company to pay for your education if you say you want to upgrade. Some careers only require a few months of part-time schooling. With some careers, just apply. They might take you because most things are on the job training anyway. Some guy called some film company. They asked him if he had a truck. He was in the movie industry. Search your local phone directory under schools, training, vocational schools, colleges, and universities. Most community colleges have good practical certification programs. Many universities have certificate programs at university extension programs. Use search engines to find education in your field. You could try starting a part-time business. Check private vocational career schools for education in practical fields. If you have never gotten a student loan, you can get one and/or grants regardless of age in approved programs. Try these business websites: sba.gov, score.org, business.com, forbes.com, score.org, and ym.com. Go to search engines. Type in internship and volunteering theatre to get your foot in the door of a new field. Career Change Guide 2. Being afraid to change is natural. It's all about fear versus saying I must look at it as change and adventure. The world is alive. I see it for myself in all the research I do writing a job book. There are plenty of jobs. You need some training and guts. Often it takes less than a year or two of training to get into a good paying field. Despite all the bullcrap in the world, all you ever are is your true nature. You need money. Find a career that uses the energy in your natural inspired nature. If you want something, you have to do it. Your age doesn't matter. Just go until you die. Career exploration is in job book number 1. Do what God put into your heart. What do you like to do? Figure out a way to make money off it. It's not just about what you like. It's about what you feel is good as a cause in helping people. Be realistic. Some people are unemployable or do not fit certain careers. Who are you really? Not who you are in your fantasies. Some people are introverts or get angry easily. What real skills do you have? Don't trust career tests because what you're good at is not the same as what you like. Look at the labor market. There are only a handful of good opportunities. Most fields are full of people. There are too many skilled people in lots of careers. bls.gov/oco. Look for a career that's going up. Consider your choices. Make the best decision. Can you job shadow, volunteer, or do an internship to check it out? What can you do to serve others? Career Change Guide 3. A lot of people work a job for 10 or more years, lose it, then get depressed and even post-traumatic stress disorder. I knew several people who killed themselves after job losses. Don't take it personally. My money book has all kinds of stuff about living cheaply and simply. Go to monster.com, Vault, Career Builder, etc., and see what's out there. Take it easy. Start walking. Walking is meditation, thinking about your life. There are other things. Discover your true nature. Figure out a way to earn money doing something you love to do. Learn about yourself. Figure out what to do, whether to stay in this field or do something else. You have to get up every day and release the natural inspired energy inside of you. If you don't do this, you start to die. Demons enter into if you believe in that kind of stuff and start telling you to kill yourself. Don't sit around. At the very least, go for a long walk every day. If you can't work, do something. You can try freelancing at guru.com. Get my money-making book for ideas. It's not about you. It's about what you can do for someone else. One guy says, I live to serve God. Offer to help people. In some steps with a job loss, you have a right to sue for wrongful termination. Other than that, get over it. Nothing ever changes. No matter how bad you feel, everybody else is still hustling. You have to move on and get back to looking for a new job. Laid off after 25 years, 51 years old. The truth is that for most jobs, companies and organizations don't want to hire older people for a lot of reasons. They think you're old, therefore settled in your ways and not ambitious. They think your brain and body are slowing down. You can't do the job as well as a young person. They can't intimidate you like they can intimidate a young person. You might get a disease and their medical insurance rates go up. They don't want to train you then have you leave in a few years. They prefer younger people for the company image. It's really tough for people over 50 to get a new job in their old career. You have to live in the real world. Don't expect the same pay you got in your old job. Take some things off your resume so that you don't look overqualified. Tell the interviewer you're willing to start at the bottom. If you can't find a job in your field, look for any job. The most logical thing is retraining to another career where there's a demand and age is not important, like the healthcare fields or teacher. I knew a guy who went from $150,000 a year to $30,000 as a veterinarian technician. He knew he was going to be laid off, so he started taking online college courses, so when he was laid off he did his vet tech internship and started working. He wasn't too proud. He knew that at 57 years old, he would not be hired as a TV anchorman anymore because he looked too old, so he moved on. That's what you have to do, live in the real world. How many people get laid off, feel insulted, then are so vain that they expect a new job in their field at the same wage? Get real. Adjust. Hard times, no job / lost my job. Lots of people who lose their jobs are like a deer caught in headlights. They're stunned. They don't know what to do. That's why I'm so big on my books. They help you know what the real world is and what's real away from all that pop culture, brainwashing trash on TV and in stupid magazines. The easiest way to get down is to sit around feeling sorry for yourself. First off, the TV brainwashes you. You start buying into that phony glitzy fake life on TV and feel you don't measure up. Secondly, inactivity itself breeds more inactivity and depression. Depression is an inner mourning of self-betrayal. You feel bad because you didn't honor who you were born to be. You did not become the person you wanted to be because you were too lazy and wimpy. If you try your hardest and still don't get a break, you still got self-respect because in your soul, you know you gave it your all. It's the wimps who get depressed because they give up and sit around feeling sorry for themselves. Thirdly, because you're feeling down, you isolate yourself from people, so you start to look bad because you're not facing anyone, so you don't care about your looks. You get agoraphobia too, afraid to face people. You create your own brain biochemistry, therefore your daily mood through what you do or don't do. Release your natural inspired energy on any given day and you've earned your sense of self-respect and well-being. Don't release it and you've betrayed yourself. Betray yourself for 10 days straight and you're feeling down and miserable. The only solution is to stay active. Even if you do everything right you can to find a job and still haven't found one, you have to be active every day by doing something to help keep you upbeat so you're ready when someone calls for an interview. If you drink alcohol and do drugs, it wears you out more, so you lose more respect for yourself for being such a pathetic wimp that you're looking for a better feeling from some substance that wears off after a few hours and leaves you feeling worse than before. Try hashtag 155-158, number 291 and hashtag 616.85-89 at the library for psychobabble books about keeping your sanity when you're feeling down. Nobody ever wants to downsize, but most of us live in bigger houses and apartments than what we need. It can save you a lot of money. Look for a new job while employed. I say if you're looking for greener pastures while in a job, go for it. I read somewhere that if your employer catches you doing this, to him it's disloyalty. He can legally fire you for it. The legal argument is that you are a potential risk for taking clients and / or confidential information to a competitor. I say if you hate your job now or want more money, you got nothing to lose. Post your resume up on the internet. If your current employer finds it, so what? No glory without risk and guts. Chapter 2. Career change / find something I want to do. The legal aspect of job security. Job security exists if you're in a union or tenured as a professor. There are various federal and state laws regarding termination, but everything is null and void if the company goes bankrupt or decides to relocate in Mexico. Millions of manufacturing jobs in America have been lost when companies relocated to a third world country. In most cases, there's no such thing as job security unless you own your own business. Read my business and money-making books. I went through a job loss once. It was enough for me to learn that I would never take my life for granted again. Don't be dependent on anything, not even the company you work for. They closed a truck manufacturing plant near London, Ontario out of the blue. None of the employees saw it coming. The guy said he worked there for 16 years, then they closed it down just like that. This is why I'm pro small business and pro homesteading or self-sufficiency. Do most things for yourself. If you have a good job, either start a small side business, take a second part-time job, keep taking courses to upgrade your skill level, or take courses for another field that's always in demand like an allied health field, electrician, or plumber. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/job_security. evaluationengineering.com/article/040 salary.htm, job security takes a beating. scorelog9.com/wsj.asp, how secure is your job? Career change/career transition/career makeover. Career change or job change into another job is very popular these days for several reasons. Firstly, a lot of professions are being phased out as technology and automation deplete the traditional working professions. Secondly, companies go in and out of business all the time as the demands of the marketplace and technology changes. Thirdly, individuals in general, sometimes get tired at the same company, sometimes feel like they're not appreciated and often feel the grass is greener elsewhere, so they look around for other opportunities in their field, which is a fair deal in today's world. There's no loyalty like 30 years ago when you could expect a company to take care of you for life if you worked there. Just as companies have no loyalty to anyone when they're downsizing, neither should a worker have loyalty to a company if they think they can do better elsewhere. Ask yourself the following questions about your job. Are you happy or unhappy there? Is it a good job that you like? Are you paid enough? Do the people like you as a friend? Are the people good? Does your boss like you and support you? Have you been promoted or rewarded lately? Is the work atmosphere peaceful or tense? Are you near enough to your pension to stay or far enough away to go elsewhere? Is it a good company or could it fade away at any time? If you want to leave, keep your mouth shut, take courses on the side to upgrade and send out resumes where applicable. Then if you get an offer, tell the boss. He might give you a better counter offer or say, adios. Either way, make that change. If you're a boss and want to keep good workers, ask yourself the following questions. Am I paying him enough? Why does he choose to work here over somewhere else? Have I given him enough promotions or rewards? Do I talk to him regularly and meet his mind on what he wants out of the deal, both money-wise and direction-wise? Does he have any complaints? Have I told him lately that he's a good worker and asked him what I can do to accommodate his needs? Is he burning out, tired or unappreciated? Do we have an open, trusting relationship? Does he seem happy and in good health? Does he enjoy the work? Does he feel that you will reward him proportionate to his efforts as times goes by? One article I read said you have to spread yourself around in the world of ideas to see what's out there. There are 3 quick ways to do this. 1. Look through this book, especially the occupational profiles section. 2. Go to the library and bookstore and look around. Get a free booklet about adult or continuing education courses in your area at the library. 3. Look through the yellow pages of the phone book. Get a college calendar from your local college. Part-time jobs are good. You can register with a temp agency, work for a little while, then live free for a while. The other idea is the apprenticeship idea. Let's say you want to be a boat builder or work in the circus. You have to go where these places exist and immerse yourself in them. Take the lowliest job there if you must and work your way up, but you have to go there and start. People recognize who is motivated and mentor them. Go to any career center at any college, tell them you want to change careers but don't know what direction you want to go in, and they'll probably help you for free by giving you an aptitude test, then talking to you and offering you reading material. If you have to take a lower ranking position with less pay, don't be ashamed. It's better to have any job while looking for another one, and you never know that if you prove yourself in this one, you could move up quickly. Midlife career change/job change. There seems to be 4 types of midlife career change, or even more as long as you can think up reasons. 1. People who are burnt out and tired of what they're doing to earn a living. 2. Parallel career, which is a term used to denote that you stay in your general field but move into a different job, position, company, location, etc. 1. People who have no choice. They are either laid off, their employer goes bust, the industry is phased out or moves to Asia. 2. people who have health scares or work a physical job they can no longer do well. It's relatively common from some guy in some high-stress job to become an elementary teacher or a gardener. I've seen plenty of people transition into other careers, even people like lumberjacks transitioning into website designers. Try HF5384 or HD38 at the library. There seems to be 4 types of midlife career change or even more as long as you can think up reasons. Make money with a hobby. Some people figure out ways to make money with their hobbies. The arts and crafts section at the library is #700-799. Most art books are at #750-759. Music is #780-780. General recreation is number 793. Sports is #795-799. Look for local clubs to join by going to your local library and look around for free local publications usually located by the door. Here is a list of some hobbies. Acting, aeromodeling, airbrushing, airsofting, amateur astronomy, amateur radio, animals, antique auctions, antiques and collectibles, aquarium, freshwater and saltwater, archery, arts, astrology, astronomy, backgammon, badminton, base jumping, baseball, basketball, beach/sun tanning, beachcombing, beadwork, beatboxing, bell ringing, belly dancing, bicycle polo, bicycling, bird watching, birding, blacksmithing, blogging, BMX, board games, boating, bodybuilding, bonsai tree, bowling, brewing beer, bridge building, building dollhouses, butterfly watching, button collecting, cake decorating, calligraphy, camping, candle and soap making, candle making, canoeing, car racing, cartooning, ceramics, cheerleading, chess, church, cigar smoking, coin collecting, collecting, coloring, compose music, computer activities, conworlding, cooking, crafts, crochet, crocheting, cross-stitch, crossword puzzles, dancing, darts, digital photography, dodgeball, dolls, dominoes, drawing, painting and clay, electronics, embroidery, entertaining, exercise, falconry, fast cars, felting, fencing, fishing, floorball, floral arrangements, fly tying, football, four-wheeling, freshwater aquariums, frisbee golf, games, garage sailing, gardening, genealogy, geocaching, ghost hunting, glass and mosaics, glass mosaic tile, glow sticking, gnoming, go-kart racing, going to movies, golf, gun collecting, gunsmithing, gymnastics, gyotaku, handwriting analysis, hang gliding, herping, hiking, home brewing, home repair, home theater, horse riding, hot air ballooning, hula hooping, hunting, ice skating, impersonations, inline and skateboarding, inventing, jewelry making, jigsaw puzzles, juggling, jump roping, kayaking, keep a journal, kitchen chemistry, kiteboarding, kites, knitting, crochet and needle crafts, knotting, lacrosse, lasers, lawn darts, leather crafting, Legos, listening to music, loom knitting, macrame, macrame, magic, magic and illusion, make jewelry, martial arts, matchstick modeling, meditation, metal detecting, microscopy, model railroading, model rockets, model trains, models, mosaic art patterns, motorcycles, mountain biking, mountain climbing, musical instruments, nail art, needlepoint, origami, origami, paintball, painting, papier-mâché, paper making, parachuting, paragliding or power paragliding, parkour, photography, piano, pinnacle, pipe smoking, planking, poker, pole dancing, pottery, puppetry, pyrotechnics, quilting, r/c boats, r/c cars, r/c helicopters, r/c planes, racing pigeons, rafting, Renaissance fair, role-playing, running, saltwater aquariums, sand castles, scale models and model making, scrapbooking and paper crafts, scuba diving, self-defense, sewing, sewing and quilting, shark fishing, shopping, singing in choir, skateboarding, skeet shooting, sketching, skiing, skydiving, slot car racing, snorkeling, snowboarding, soap making, soccer, stained glass, stamp collecting, storm chasing, storytelling, string figures, surf fishing, surfing, survival, swimming, tatting, taxidermy, tea tasting, tennis, toy collecting, train collecting, train spotting, traveling, treasure hunting, trekking, tutoring children, TV watching, ultimate frisbee, urban exploration, video games, violin, volunteer, walking, weightlifting, windsurfing, winemaking, wingsuit flying, woodworking, woodworking, working in a food pantry, working on cars, world record breaking, wrestling, writing, writing music, writing songs, yoga, yo-yo, ziplining, Zumba. Major hobby websites. There's no one area of the library that covers hobbies. Numbers #790-799 cover recreation, but you have to find the specific area or magazines related to your particular hobby. Look in the Encyclopedia of Associations for Hobby Group Addresses or Ulrich's periodical directory for a magazine related to your hobby. GaleGroup.com, 800-877 Gale publish the Hobbyist Sourcebook. Some other ones are Combach.com, books. America's Favorite Pastimes, a directory of hobbies. The Independent Learner's Sourcebook, resources and materials for selected topics. Hobby Industry Association of America. 319 East 54th Street. Elmwood, PK, New Jersey 07407. 201-794-1133. Hobby.org. 1-in-plasticmodels.com. allcraftsandhobbies.com. allexperts.com, the oldest and largest free Q&A service on the internet where you can ask the experts any question. Section of their website is devoted to people with knowledge of a wide variety of hobbies, arts, crafts, collecting, etc. avidhobby.com. bluesebottle.com. bookdigger.com/hobby_books UK. chicagolandtoysandhobbies.com. cornerstoneproductions.net, Cornerstone Productions. craftcouncil.org, creative-hobbies.com, creativity-portal.com, diynet.com/diy/hobbies, diynetwork.com, visit DIY Network for creative and unique ideas for any hobby. ehow.com, explore-fun.com, extension.umn.edu, faqs.org, covers many hobbies. findmeahobby.com, for-.com.com/articles/hobby-list.html, games-workshop.com, greatesthobby.com, hellohobbies.com, hobbyco.com/tools, hobbies101.com, hobbies-and-crafts.com, hobbiesfb.com, hobbiesfirmenhq.com, hobbiesr.com, hobby.net.au, hobbycraftinfo.com, hobbyholics.com, hobbyinterest.com, hobbyistblogs.com/blogs.htm, hobbyistblogs, hobbymachinists.com, hobbypeople.net, hobbypeople.net/link/clubs001.htm, hobby-shop-center.com, hobbyspace.com, hobbything.com, hobbyuniversity.com, hobbywoods.com, woodworking supplies, horizonhobby.com, howtodothings.com/hobbies, howtodothings.com/hobbies, theistefinder.com/hobbytype.pdf, houseshows.com/gift_hobby_show, indianchild.com/hobby, ineednewhobby.com, kellyshobbies.com, kraus.com, hobby books, lakesidehobbies.com, learn2.com, listofhobbies.org, megahobby.com, multihobbies.com, my-toys-hobbies-central.com, ning.com, baking, growing, creating, home, garden, decorating, paperfolding.com, parmapublishing.com, Parma Publishing, professorwonder.com, profitablehobbies.com, protecthehobbynow.com, ourbookshop.com/hobbies, r-hobbies.com, sayalhobbies.com, sjgames.com, stormerhobbies.com, surprise.com/hobbies_interests, thebalancecareers.com/hobbies, towerhobbies.com, tribalshout.com, listen to hobby podcasts, tutorials.com, weeklyhobby.com, yourdiversions.com/hobbies, yourhobby.com, zhobby.com. Chapter 3. Health insurance and a tax deduction when you leave a job. Consolidated Omnibus Budget Reconciliation Act/COBRA, health insurance when you leave a job. There is a federal program called the Consolidated Omnibus Budget Reconciliation Act, COBRA, where you can keep medical benefits if you were getting group health insurance coverage as an employee benefit for a company with 20 or more employees, then you quit, got laid off, or your hours were reduced. If you agree to pay for the medical coverage out of your own pocket, you can stay on the company plan for up to 18 months. If you're the spouse of an employed person who died or you're divorced from him, you too may be eligible for COBRA if you didn't have any other coverage. If you're disabled within 60 days of leaving the company, you can stay on COBRA benefits for 29 months as long as you pay the premiums. dol.gov/ebss/faq/faq_consumer_cobra.html, cobraoptions.com/library.html, dol.gov/topic/health-plan/portability.htm, cobrahealth.com, aarp.org/health/insurance/private/2003-05-02-cobra.html, Pension and Welfare Benefits Administration, Public Disclosure Room. U.S. Department of Labor. 200 Constitution Avenue. NW. Number 5619. Washington, D.C. 20210. 202-219-8776. 800-998-7542. 800-326-2577 TDD. dol.gov/dole/pwba. Free booklets, Health Benefits under the Consolidated Omnibus Budget Reconciliation Act and Recent Changes in Healthcare Law. U.S. Public Health Service. Grants Policy Branch, COBRA. 5600 Fishers Lane. Hashtag 317A45. Rockville, Maryland 20857. phs.os.dhhs.gov/phs/phs.html. Info about COBRA for public sector employees. Deducting the job hunt on your income tax. You can deduct job search costs from your income taxes as a miscellaneous deduction on your federal income tax return. Keep your receipts for books, CDs, employment agency fees, resume writing fees and travel expenses. If you find a job in another area and have to move, moving expenses are tax deductible. Some education for updating your job search and occupational skills are deductible. irs.gov